Oh, how's it going, everybody? Give it a minute for my thing to go live. I got the wrong glasses on. I'll be right back. Oh.
Tirez le maximum de votre argent. Les FNB Fidélité simplifiées. Diversification et rééquilibrage en toute simplicité. Découvrez les FNB Fidélité simplifiées aujourd'hui.
And I forgot I'm recording. Give me a second, folks.
Ce serait dommage de passer à côté de vos points récompenses Ford Pass. Échangez-les lors de vos changements de pneus, d'huile ou pour obtenir des accessoires Ford.
Okay, that's gonna work. Let's get you a little bit closer here. All right. Oh. All right. Okay. Hey, everybody. Let me just, I am set up, but then I forgot how he's got my camera, so I have to film this with my other phone. And I have another. That'll work. Hang on a second, folks. Hey, friends, this is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead, and today, whoop, I'm looking at the wrong side of the camera. Hey, friends, this is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead, and today I'm repotting my tomato babies. Okay. So, hi. How's everybody doing today? Give everybody a chance to pop in. And we are on live chat. Let's F11 that. Oh, no, we already had it F11. So I'm going to pop out the chat here. And then I'm going to, let's see, participants. Hey, Barefoot Chickens, Shelly, Seashell, Celeste, Garnet, Jules, Candy, Karen Lester, Craig and Anna Marie, Lacey Black, Lori P, Linda Bopp, Lori Lazor McChesney, Renita Madrid, Rosie Bernard, and Tina Elliott. Hi, how's everybody doing? Okay, let's go back to, oh, bugger off, stupid thing. There's the live chat. How's everybody doing? So I'm gonna put this down here for a minute. These are my tomatoes. Where is my magic marker? Because I have to write on the thing. La, 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 la. Going to the country. Sunshine smiles on me. Oh, okay. So, these are the cups I saved from last year. And I'm not going to bother washing them because they didn't come from like a nursery or anything. They came from here. And here I have, now remember I planted the Quebec 5s on one side and the Manitobas on the other. And I actually can tell the difference because look at the size of these Quebec tomatoes compared to the Manitoba tomatoes. They're much, much bigger. So I'm going to start, while we visit for a minute, I'm going to start writing on these. How many of these do I have? I have, oh, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to say 10, maybe 11 of the Quebec tomatoes. And I have that plus a little bit more in the I'm doing okay, Tina. Okay, so on these cups, I'm going to do 10 of them. I'm going to write Quebec 5. Q5. Sounds like something from a James Bond movie, doesn't it? And in my tub here, I'll show you in a minute, I have a Howie came home and brought me home some Pro Mix potting soil. And that I'm mixing with the seedling starter I got. And because the seedling starter is working really, really well. So I had to replant my onions because the white ones didn't at all. And I restarted some Spanish onions and they're coming up, and so are my chives. My pepper plants did not come up, and I only want like 4 pepper plants. One for each of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One for each of the 4 onion leek beds I'm going to do. Okay. Q5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more for good luck. Okay, that's the Q5s. And now we're going to put the Manitoba tomatoes. This one's still got roots coming out of the bottom of it. What's everybody up to today? Is my chat not moving? So what's everybody up to? Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Oh, man. Man. You know, really, I only have to do 1 cup, right on 1 set of cups, because the other ones I'm only doing 2. But, hey, Lynn Smith. Hi, Rebecca. How are you? I have to repot. Yeah, I'm doing that right now. I'm repotting them into cups, and I'm going to do it a little differently from last year. Remember last year how they got big, and I pulled them out, and I cut the bottoms off, and I pushed them down in, and then I shoved the bottoms in? I'm going to do them a little bit differently this year. I try something that I try to do something every year to test, you know, because not everything always works well. So every year I try something new, and I learn something new, whether it's not to do something or whether it is to do something. There we go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to need a few more than that of the Manitobas. There, for those of people who have been asking, there is going to be no wake or funeral for my brother. We will be doing a celebration of life when in the summer, when everybody can get there. So in this bowl, I have, Howie brought me home some Pro Mix. So I have, where's my tea? I have half and half Pro Mix and half seedling starter. So, hey, Angie. Well, it's one of the reasons you haven't been getting any videos, Tony. Now. Oh, no, nobody wants to see that on that camera. Give me a minute here, folks. So everything's coming up lovely. Especially my celery. It's going to need to be repotted into a couple of trays soon. All right, so you guys want to watch what I'm doing here. So I'm going to turn you guys this way, like this. Okay, let's start with the Quebec 5s. Now, what I'm going to do is, the Quebec 5s are the bigger ones. babies. Come on, babies. Come on. There we go. And these are Manitobas. Oh, they already got that tomato smell. You know the tomato plant smell? These are the Quebec 5s. Now, just to show you, the Quebec 5 and the Manitoba tomatoes, the Quebec 5 are already bigger. Get you back in there. Now, what I've got for a watering can is one of Howie's old Dr. Pepper bottles. And instead of, I just took some, like a straight pin, because you don't want the holes too big. And I heated it, and I put a little holes in here for even squirting. This is what I've been using, because I can't find my watering can, but this is what I've been using to water my table plants. And at the end, I will show you how they're doing. Now, I'm only filling these up halfway. Okay? I'm only filling these up halfway because they're going to go directly under lights. Well, maybe a little more than halfway because I've got to plant right up to the bottom leaves, right? But I will leave room so that when these get bigger, I can just add more soil. I think I put too much in here. So I may be cutting the bottom off later. Give them a good water. You should actually water their roots first. Oh, I got a tray over here to put them in. Let me just see what I'm doing over here. Oh, I can do that. I can do that. Okay. I'm just going to put them in this tray to be transferred over to the table when we're done. Okay, so don't start halfway. Start right down there. Let's give this roots a little bit of water here so that they don't get any pockets of dryness. There you go, baby. You gotta hold it gently, but whoops, gently by the leaves. This just leaves more room in the, get the dirt off your face. More room in the cup to add more soil as they get bigger. And these are gonna have their own set of lights. That may be a Manitoba tomato, but we'll see. Whatever I do, I'm going to do 50-50 when it comes to planting tomatoes. Oh, happy as can be. Okay, where we have Quebecs. Hey, freaky geek. This soil made a huge difference in these plants. See, I'm just planting it way down in there, and then I'm going to fill the soil in right up to the bottom leaves after I give it a little drinky poo. Then I stand it up, go down one side, stand it up, down the other side, right up to the bottom leaves. Right up to the bottom leaves. If you see my hand go off to the side, folks, it's because I'm recording this too. There they go. Anybody else starting anything in pots yet? Like I said, my pepper plants did not come up. Oh, I gotta go let Gracie in. Excuse me. Take my puffer with me while I... Oh, I'll be right back. Oh, my dog wants in. Gracie! Come on, Grace. Gracie, come on. Now we just gave a new name to our driveway or our parking area. Poop Soup. Poop Soup.
Poop soup.
I take it you have my camera.
Yes, I will bring it.
That's okay. No, I'm using my phone too. I got two phones going here.
Oh
So
my God, what a job! But it's done.
my truck,
Except for the back.
except for the brakes.
Yeah,
Awesome.
You can't drive it.
Well, I'm not gonna drive it.
If I can get them, if I can figure out some money between now and then, I'll.
I don't know. We'll see.
Well, it's gonna come down to what I owe Lorenzo for my.
Oh, for your milling.
Yeah. So once I know that, if I got enough, I'll just order them.
Oh, Gracie, there's nothing here for you.
I can do them one next week. Won't
Oh.
take long.
Awesome. Awesome.
I'm gonna take it apart now. So.
Howie has fixed my replaced my oil. Oh God, there's 3 here. Replaced my oil pan, my transmission pan, the fluids,
Filters.
the filters. Howie, we got to find more room for tomatoes this year.
On the roof.
Pumpkin puree for dogs is really good. So is sweet potato. These little Quebec tomatoes, Howie, because they say they go earlier. Look at the difference in size between them and the Manitobas. They're grown. Hey, baby. Mwah.
Hi.
Hi. Nobody saw you kiss me, so it's okay.
All right. I'm only gonna be another hour.
What do you want for supper tonight?
Food.
Well, that's not helping me much.
What did you have last time?
I don't know.
What did you have last night?
What did we have last night? We had spam hash with the leftover scallop potatoes and stuff.
Spam, eggs, and ham. Spam.
And slight spam sandwiches, spam eggs, spam lunch meat, spam meatloaf, spam night, spam those coming out my ears.
All right. Not spam.
Okay, well take some. Do you want chicken or pork? Because we're out of hamburger. I'll leave it up to you to take it out of the
I'm out of
freezer.
loose coffee too.
Well, it was on sale last week.
Well, I didn't know.
Well, you just
All right.
pick something out of the freezer. One of the freezers. Oh, happy as can be. Right up to the bottom leaves we go. Going to the country. Try to keep the dirt. Try to keep the dirt off the leaves, because everywhere there's a hair, which is like usually on the stem.
You look like loin chops.
Oh my God, Howie, that's a roast.
Chop. So there's probably four
Wouldn't you
of them.
call that a roast, folks?
Probably 4 chops in there.
Oh, okay, put it on a plate, will you? Please and thank you.
Pork chops and lots of tatties.
Real potatoes or instant?
You decide that.
Okay, because I ain't peeling potatoes today if I don't have to.
Just lots of taters and some green beans.
Do you want mushrooms in your green beans?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
Why not? We got a flat of them, so. Did you notice the mushrooms have gone, the Chinese mushrooms have gone from 99 cents to $1.29? But the Canadian mushrooms that I used to get for $1.29 that were they used to be only 20 cents more. They've gone up 50 cents.
Everything's gone up.
No. The Chinese shit's only gone up 20 cents. The Canadian went up 50 for the same. Yeah, it's totally wrong. It's totally uncalled for.
Everything's too expensive. My pop went from.
Remember we used to buy, yes, went up to $2.99, went from $2.49 to $2.99, 50 cents a bottle.
Yeah. Bastards.
Yep, that's them. Oh, Bev, I took the lid off and poured water in. I'm not thinking straight. Talking to my baby. Talking to the hubby. Dazzles me with his charm, so I forget what I'm doing. I used to watch it, started cooking. Well, I had Spam, it was on sale. So I took no, I didn't make a video, but I took the leftover. You haven't seen Howie's supper yet, his birthday supper. I took the leftover scallop potatoes and I fried some Spam and some onions and some peppers. And then, do you guys need to watch this anymore? Can we visit now? So, because you've seen what I'm doing. So, I took the leftover scallop potatoes and peppers and onions and a can of Spam, and I fried it all together and put sliced fresh tomatoes on the side. Well, fresh greenhouse tomatoes. Whoa, do. Well, yeah, we're visiting, but you were, do you want to watch, do you still want to watch me plant these tomatoes? Because this is all I'm doing. Is the same thing you just watched me do. And go back to bed. Oh, Sherry, what's going on, baby? It sounds like you're in a lot of pain. I'm sorry to hear that, sweetheart. Shower time. Feel better, sweetheart. We have Spam Day. It's like a big event, and the recipes that people come up with are wild. I don't eat meat, but I see others enjoy. You don't eat meat? You don't eat meat? Seashell? I did not know that. Okay, I got 4 more cups. How many more plants do I have? Of course, 6. Oh, you missed it. Well, there's going to be a video. I'm doing the same thing I do every year. I'm filling, but this year I'm filling the cup up only halfway. And when this is all done, folks, I will take you over to the table and show you how the rest of the things are doing. So again, my peppers didn't come up, and I'm planting them all the way to the bottom of the leaves. My peppers didn't come up, so I planted chives. They're coming up. And my white onions aren't coming up, so I planted Spanish, and they are coming up. Yo-yo baby. Yo-yo baby. La, 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 la. I'm going to need some more dirt here soon. I'm going to the country. Sunshine smiles on me. Some water down it. Whoops, down in that hole for the baby. Do. So there's no transplanting of pepper plants, but I need more soil because I've got to get my Got to get my sunflowers transplanted. I got to get my hollyhocks transplanted. I got to get my... Oh, no, that's too much soil, Bev. These are going under a light directly so that they will get the right amount of light. Hang on a second. You get in there. Okay. Let me get in there. Oh! Oh, I buried it. Oh, there you are. Pop goes the weasel. This is when my plants start getting to this size, I change from a spray bottle to a watering can. This is just a 2-liter pop bottle where I took a pin and I heated it and I made holes in the lid to make it, to give me enough that the holes are really small so that even if I squeeze it really hard, I'm not knocking over baby seedlings. Plus, I have my a little fan on the plant table so that things can start hardening off stem wise, you know. I've risen and punched down dough a few days before cooking. Should be good to shape a loaf and rise. Well, you know, a few days before cooking. Well, I've punched down and risen bread up to 5 times. But it, you know, it's not necessarily something you want to continue to do. Let's go down the side like that. Come on, baby, stand up. We'll push them down around here. Now lean in. Play dead like... Okay, I have 2 more. I need 2 more cups that are unsigned. And I don't think I'm going to fit them in this tray. Craig had a question about the dough they have. Okay, can somebody copy and paste it? Or, oh, I can't run it down with my finger. Hang on. Craig, where's Craig? I don't see a Craig. Craig, for bread loaf, what do you do if you forgot about the dough rising and the dough over rises and falls flat? Punch it down. Give it a, you know, roll it up and let it rise again. Put a warm damp tea towel over it, like over the bowl, so that it doesn't dry out, and it should be fine. Got to give everybody a chance, even the teeny weenies. Oops, get up here. Even the teeny weenies have to have a chance. I don't have any room in this tray for Cooking with Cannabis fans or Cooking with Cannabis friends. Damn. All right, so I'm going to take these over to the table. My Maui pineapple chunk did not sprout, but my 3 Fifth Element did, and so I think I'm only going to have 3 plants this year, right? That's for the other gardeners. All right, oi! Whoops, can you see all those? I'll show you after. New lights are going on now. Oops. Get over here. Oh, da, 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 da. I'm moving to the country. There. Now I gotta find something to put the Manitoba tomatoes in. This roasting pan's been used a few times, so, and I'll probably get more in it than in the square tray. Hey, Mary Lindsay, how's it going, sweetheart? All right, I need a cup of tea. I got potatoes and peanuts planted and squash already. Peanuts. Oh, I wish we could grow peanuts here, but I do believe we're way too far north. I'll take a little break before I start planting the Manitoba tomatoes. And then I'm going to show you the table. The table that where everything is. You didn't see that, did you? Which one were those, Rebecca? I can only sprout so many seeds at once. I have no more room. I have no room in my greenhouse. Howie likes to do 5 plants, but they crowd each other out. So you're going to get the same amount with 3 plants as he gets with 5, because, you know, they're crowding each other. Oh, no, none of the peppers, not even the okay, where's my marker here? Where'd my marker go? Oh, there it is. And this is a Quebec 5. Alrighty, I may have to get some more soil here in a minute. Hey, Jamin, how are you? Hey, Leanne. Charlene, I planted my pepper seeds the same time you did, and they're just starting to pop out of the soil now. Oh, well, dear me. Well, I'll try again. I'll try some more in a bit. This is the last of the Quebec 5. Now, for people just showing up or just getting here, I am planting my tomatoes halfway down inside a cup because they're going to have direct light over top of them, so that when they get big, I can just fill in around the thing without, and then if, you know what I mean, they'll get nice and big that way. Okay, over here, and then when I'm all done, I'll show you guys the table. All right, Manitoba tomatoes. La, 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 la. Do you use your greenhouse in winter? No. No, I don't use it in the winter. It's an old chicken coop with clear plastic panels for a roof and sides. It's just been built out from the front of the old chicken coop wall had been taken off. And then it was shot out and then sided with clear plastic. So no, it's not. It is just to keep the deer away, and anybody who's growing their own plants. They may not be as careful with feminization as I am, and I plant only feminized. And if somebody plants something that may be male, it could pollinate my plants from across the road. So what I do is they get planted in the greenhouse, and it gives them a better shot at staying true to their thing. Hey, Jammin, just breakdown from canning. 7 quarts, 9 pints. Bacon, oh my goodness. I don't can bacon anymore. You lose most of it as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so here's our Manitoba tomatoes. And these guys are a little bit smaller than the Quebec 5s. And a little bit more dirt in here on one side. You tuck the baby in. A little bit more dirt right up to the first set of leaves. Da, 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 da. I half cooked it first. Oh! Oh! That would make sense, wouldn't it? You know what else you could do? Is you could cook it. This is a thought. That makes sense, Jammin'. If you, I would cook it to almost crispy. Here's a thought. Cook it to almost crispy. And if you've been saving your bacon fat, like straining it so it's clear and clean and white, they used to do this in the, before refrigeration. They would put their pork in a barrel on the north side of the house so it stayed in the shade all winter. And they would dig pork out of the barrel. And then when spring came and it was, it could be like, okay, that pork's not going to stay frozen anymore. They would take what's left of the pork, they would fry it down, put it in a crock, and then pour the fat that fried off, the lard that fried off all around it. And they would put it in a cool spot in the pantry, and then they would just reheat it all summer long. So cooking it and then surrounding it with its own fat actually makes a lot of sense if you want to can it that way. Hey, Pam. Hi, Michelle. Well, and I made the mistake of using a bigger thing, but I just used like a safety pin, heated up a safety pin, and it's the perfect, it is, and no matter how tight you squeeze it, you're not going to injure your little seedlings because it's gentle, right? Some of these are deeper down in the cup than the other. Get your little leaves out of there. All right. There we go. I looked up the Maui pineapple chunk strain. They are auto-flowering feminized. They weren't, I didn't see autoflower, I just saw feminized. But they didn't go, they didn't take. Only the Fifth Element. We are brining cottage rolls today. Good job. I love cottage rolls. I love cottage roll. And if, for those who don't know what a cottage roll is, it is rolled pork, usually shoulder, and it's tied up and it's brined. It's pickled. It's not smoked. And that's the kind of thing I boil with cabbage and potatoes. I just bought Instapot and made homemade yogurt. Oh, good for you. I had an Instapot. I wasn't thrilled with it. So God. Come on, you. Get over there in the center. There we go. Knock the dirt down a bit. Oh, well, thank you, Charlene. You're not learning anything I didn't have to learn myself first. So I wasn't born knowing this stuff. Well, maybe some of it. But I wasn't born knowing this stuff. This is all stuff I learned. Oh, she loves to play with her daddy. She goes over, as soon as we, the lights go down and we get real quiet and we're watching a movie, she'll stand in the middle of the rug and look at Howie and start going, and it's like, you got to turn off the TV, turn on the light, ask her what she wants. And as soon as I start to film her talking, she turns her back, gets a bone, and goes down on the floor, leaving her butt to go down last. She tells me to kiss her butt. I'm not kidding. Hey, Carol, how are you? Hey, Shellbell. So what's everybody up to today? I'm just planting these, and I've got editing to do for Howie's birthday supper and for planting tomatoes. Hey, Jules, how's it going? Oh, things are, life is being life. Canning asparagus. Candy, doesn't that come out slimy? Like that, because I know if you overcook asparagus, it's nasty. It's just nasty. This one's a big one. I think this might be a Quebec one. But we'll see. I know I'm going to have at least 5 of each. And these come up sooner. They produce sooner than the Manitoba tomatoes. So, because they're called Quebec. And so we'll see and even if they cross-pollinate, I really think they're the same kind of size of tomato. So, salto ornaments for my seasonal tree. Oh, cool. You raw pack it, but doesn't it come out? You got a magic butter machine, Edie? You know what? I'm happy for you. Personally, I've been doing it so long, I don't see the sense. Because, I can make butter, in my sleep. So it's not that big of an issue. But I'm not making butter right now because butter is really expensive. So I will just be putting, I just use dry ground herb and put it in whatever I'm baking. But I like to decarb it just to make sure that it is... Just to make sure that it is well activated. Well, that's what I mean. It's kind of like the Instapot for me, Edie. It's a gizmo. It's a gadget. And it's not something I actually need because I do well. I have my own methods for doing things. And that's just more for taking the guesswork out of it for people that are fairly new at it, right? Oh, there was my bangs. So, I eat it fresh and saute when in season. Oh, hang on a second. But happy to have canned for during the year. But isn't it kind of slimy? Because I'd like to know, because my asparagus are soon going to be... I started mine from seed in 2020. Yeah, 2020. I started mine from seed. So, there you go. Right down into that hole, you. And they're still really small. You still got your seed holding your 2 leaves together. Let's get you off there. There, you'll be able to stretch. Now you can stretch. For wild crafting. I'm not sure what wild crafting is. Yeah, well, I'm always home, so I'm never really out of time. Oh my God. I've got, I don't know, probably 25 tomato plants, maybe even 30. Okay. Not slimy or mushy, but different from fresh. Maybe I'll do that with I'll be right back. I got to get some more soil. Maybe I'll do that when my asparagus get to. But see, what I want to do, I've done this before, is I just drop them in boiling water, like just with like a spider or something, drop them in boiling water until they're bright green, and then drop them in ice water, pat them dry, and then vacuum seal them. And then you can boil them right in the bag, and they don't take on any more water and they don't get mushy. That's what I like to do with asparagus, fresh asparagus. Oi, oi. Oh. Okay, here's my. This is the seedling starter soil I used. It's by Fafard, and it's seedlings and sprouts, and it really made a big difference in my starting stuff this year. And the Pro Mix Howie bought me on his birthday, God love him. And once I'm finished planting these, I'm going to mix the rest of that soil up in this. Yes, folks, this is the same bin I use for canning and doing vegetables and all kinds of stuff. I did sing happy birthday to you, didn't I, Tigger? And then I just mix this up. With the, thank you. I don't know what's coming this week, folks. I honestly don't know. I want to break these guys up just a little bit so I'm not yanking on them and hurting their roots. Ooh, yeah, nice one. Ooh, they got that tomato plant smell, which I used to hate as a kid, but right now at this time of year, it's a wonderful smell. Yeah, I'm doing okay. It was hard not being around my family immediately after my brother's passing. But we're going to do a celebration of life in July. And I have all my dad's negatives, and I got a ton of photos. So I'm going to be doing a slideshow to music for my family for the celebration. Kind of an encapsulation of my brother's life, you know? So 50 pints of celery. Wow. Must have been on sale, or do you live like in Florida? Now, for those who are just here, the whole point of planting them this deep in the cup is so that when they grow, when they get to up here, they'll have this much stem, and I will be able to top the soil up right up to the edge of the cup without disturbing the roots, because all the hairs on the stem become roots, right? So that'll last you about 2 years now. Was it on sale, or did you have a lot? Because I've done that when celery goes on sale. I'm going to need another tray, I think. I'm doing okay, Kim. I'm kind of numb, you know? Just putting one foot in front of the other and doing the do things, right? You know, what else can I do? What else is there to do? Right? My brother's going to be cremated, and then we're having a celebration of life in Peterborough in the summer. And I think that's a wonderful idea. You know why? I think it's a wonderful idea because most of the grief has mellowed after a few months. Grief mellows, right? So we can still, you know, instead of like sobbing and you know, when people first get together, when the death is raw, it's really emotional. So by July, there's going to be family and music and food and a slideshow, and we'll be able to smile through the tears this time by then, right? So I think that's really an amazing thing. It's, you know, the weather will be better. People will have had time to, you know, to get through the raw feelings first, right? So I've only got about 5 or 6 more plants here to do, but I'm going to need another tray soon. Yeah. Yeah. I get that. I get that, Kim. It was on sale. I don't know what it's called. I know it's one bag. I think it's called a stock, but I'm not sure. What are we talking about, Lacey? Celery. You bought 20 stalks of celery? Like bunches of celery? Whoa, that's a lot of celery. I'm growing extra this year because I'm gonna be juicing it too. Like as it grows, I'm gonna juice it. I'll have one bed just for cutting off and putting into juice. Hey, how to garden? How's it going? I bought 10 packs of mushrooms too. That's why I'm doing cream of mushroom soup today. You don't can that, right? Cream of mushroom soup. Remember, if you're canning mushrooms, boil them first. Get all that sludge off of there. Okay, I have to go put these over on the table and find something else to put my cups in. Oh, I'll be right back. Another tray. So we got 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 in here. And I believe we have 11 in the other. Oh! Oh, I felt that. Okay, you go on. You, whoops, come over here. These bigger lights are a bit of a pain in the butt to maneuver. All right, what have I got to put more tomatoes in? For a tray here. Oh, yeah, be careful. All right, I gotta find something else to put these in. Oh, I know what. I know what. Found another one. Hey, Joan Leach, how are you? Hi. Yes, Tigger, yes, Bev, Tigger, Bev does. Tigger, what? What did Tigger want to know? Yes, I start celery from seed. I start celery from seed, and they take a long time to germinate. They can take up to 10 days to germinate. Well, we're on our last Manitoba tomato cup. I'm not going to bother. The only ones that actually needed to be labeled were the Quebec 5, so that I know they're different from the Manitobas. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. That's about all that can be expected. I'm doing okay. I lost my brother. There's 5 of us kids, and I lost my brother earlier in the week. And he's only two and a half years older. Not quite 3 years older than me. So I'm functioning. I'm not even going to bother signing these because we all know they're going to be anything not labeled as a Manitoba tomato. Put the finger down in there. Put the baby down in there. Water the roots. Lean in. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. What stupid thing stuck in my head? Hey, Cripple Creek, how's it going? So has anybody else started, seedlings and stuff? Oh, you've been shuck loose from your roots, your dirt there, buddy. I have no idea where I'm going to be putting these tomatoes. But if Howie thinks he's parking the racing car over there, because I'm going to need space for tomatoes. So he'll have to find another spot to park the race car in the trailer. You have? What's everybody started? It's going but slowly. Hey, Leanne. How are you? Cripple Creek Farm. We live in Ohio. I'm seeding this next weekend. Right. I live in... Oh, see? There's 3 tomato plants there. It looked like there was 1. And you know me, folks. I got to give every single one of them a shot. Every single one. I have about 50 or 60 tomato plant seedlings. They're doing good so far. I have no room for that. I have no idea. We may not be taking the pool down this summer or this spring. I don't know. Well, I'm going to try and restart some more peppers because mine didn't take. I only need like 4 pepper plants. But if I plant a bunch and then they all grow, I'm going to try and find places for them. And I only want one for each bed of onions and each bed of leeks. And I'm planning on doing 2 beds of onions and 2 beds of leeks, 2 beds of celery, 5 beds of beans, because we like us some green beans. And I think this year, because I got so many seeds from my beans, that I think I'm going to do some dry beans this year. Like once I've harvested everything I need for canning, I think I'll dry some beans. You know what I mean? Like for dry cooking. You can do that with all beans, can't you? Why are you taking the pool out? Because I have a hard time getting in and out of the pool without help. If we don't take, there's a lot of ifs. If the liner is still good, I'm not buying a new liner, then we'll fill the pool. If Howie can sort out a reinforcement for the one railing on my stairs, we'll leave the pool. But if not, if the pool liner is ripped or torn in any way, it's just not worth it, you know? Because I don't get to use it as often as I'd like to. So I did start peppers and onions. Switched my spray and they got sprayed with shower cleaner. Oh, Lynn, no. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. You know what? I've been doing this all wrong, folks. I've been doing this all wrong, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. I've been doing this all wrong. Oh, shit. Scheisenheimer. All right. See. Okay. Can you see that? Oh. A little bit of dirt in the bottom. Put a hole with your finger in the center. Lift your plant. Put it down in the hole. Okay, the last one worked out absolutely perfect. And you should just be able to move the dirt around that, but I'm going to need more dirt because this is a bigger one. Okay, never mind. Come on, buddy. Get out there. Is there 2 of you in there? There is. Oh, no, I just broke off a leaf. Oh, well. It'll come back. The one I want to make an example of doesn't turn out at all. I like putting them in trays, so if I have to move them around. Oh, I got 2 more. Oh my goodness. Put it in a hole with your finger. Drop your plant right down in the hole. And then just cave the sides of the hole in. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of tomatoes, folks. I probably got close to 30 tomatoes here altogether. Well, you are so tiny, you don't even have your second set of leaves yet. All right. All right. I'm going to go to the table, put these under the lights, and then I'll take you over and give you a look. Oh. Oh. You two. Slide right in here. Oh, la 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 la. All right, I gotta plug in another light, guys. Hang on. All righty. Stop recording from you. Okay, you ready? Let me see, how do I... Okay, here's my table. There's all my strawberry plants, guys. And there's my celery. And my my leeks. My chives are just starting to come up. There's my sunflower seeds. That is... Let's go around the other side. Here's the tomatoes. And this light here, as these tomatoes grow, I can raise this light. Hang on a second. So here's all the tomatoes. These, I'm going to turn the fan around so that it's now fanning on them. These are marshmallow plants. And these grew wild in my backyard. And they're also an herbal plant, but a medicinal herbal. These, I harvested the seeds from the plants when the seed pods went dry. And look, and you can tell just by the leaves that they're very closely related to hollyhocks. These are all single hollyhocks. That's the only double one that came up. My sunflowers. There's my marigolds, my cabbages, and you can see my onions are just starting to come up. And there we go. There we go. Actually, I think that's a pepper. Because I don't think chives come up with two leaves, do they? Well, if we get a pepper, we get a pepper, don't we? And there it is. Anyway, guys, I got to clean up. So I will see you soon. Okay? I love you. Take care. God bless. It's bird o'clock. And thanks for joining me while I planted my tomatoes. Mwah. Take care. God bless. Oh, how do we do this here? Okay.